How Ayatul Kursi can change your life forever. Ayatul Kursi is not just a verse that we recite for protection, nor is it merely a passage memorized in childhood. It is one of the greatest reminders Allah has given humanity about who He is, who we are, and how reality truly works. When Ayatul Kursi is understood, reflected upon, and internalized, it has the power to change how a person sees life, success, fear, ownership, loss, and even their own existence. This verse does not come to teach new information only. It comes to revive faith, to shake the heart, and to remove false ideas that quietly grow inside a believer over time. Many people know Ayatul Kursi by memory, but not everyone allows it to rebuild their worldview. Returning to the foundations of faith, Islam began with the declaration that only Allah deserves worship. That truth never becomes outdated. Even after a person has believed for years, even after prayer becomes routine, even after knowledge increases, the heart still needs reminders. Faith is not only intellectual. The mind may understand, but the heart forgets. That is why Allah repeatedly brings believers back to the foundations, not because they are ignorant, but because they are human. Ayatul Kursi does exactly that. It brings the believer back to the most essential reality. Allah alone is the source of all power, life, authority, knowledge, and control. Allah, there is no deity except Him. This opening statement is not casual. It is not symbolic. It is a complete rejection of every form of association, dependence, and false attachment. When this was revealed to idol worshippers, it destroyed physical idols. When it is revealed to believers, it destroys hidden idols. Hidden idols are not statues. They are ideas. Trusting wealth as security. Trusting status as protection. Trusting people as ultimate helpers. Trusting oneself as independent. Every time this statement is recited with understanding, some form of hidden shirk is challenged. It reminds the believer that nothing deserves obedience, fear, hope, or reliance in an absolute sense except Allah. Faith needs renewal. A person can believe, pray, fast, and still grow spiritually weak. Faith does not remain strong automatically. It needs renewal. Allah asks believers in the Quran whether the time has not yet come for their hearts to soften at His remembrance. This question is not asked because believers deny the truth. It is asked because hearts harden quietly. Ayatul Kursi is a revival of faith. It forces the believer to stop and reconsider. Who truly runs my life? Who actually owns what I have? Who decides outcomes? The ever-living, the sustainer of Al. Allah is Al-Hayy, the one whose life has no beginning, no end, and no weakness. Every living thing depends on something else to survive. Humans need food, water, air, sleep, and rest. Animals need instinct and environment. Creation collapses without support. Allah depends on nothing. He does not become tired. He does not weaken. He does not need rest. Understanding this changes how a person views their own existence. Your life is not self-sustaining. It is being sustained. Your heartbeat continues not because of your strength, but because Allah allows it to continue. Your life is a trust, not ownership. When someone realizes that Allah is the sustainer, they realize something deeply humbling. This life does not belong to me. Not the body, not the wealth, not the home, not the children. Everything is a trust. A person may say, my house, or my car. But Ayatul Kursi quietly corrects that language in the heart. Ownership belongs only to Allah. What we have is temporary permission. This realization transforms gratitude and humility. Success no longer produces arrogance. Loss no longer produces despair. Neither slumber nor sleep overtakes him. Human beings guard things with exhaustion. The more responsibility we carry, the more tired we become. But Allah guards all of existence without fatigue. The universe does not run on autopilot. It is actively maintained. The sun rises by His permission. The earth remains stable by His command. Every breath happens under His watch. Nothing slips past him. To him belongs whatever is in the heavens and the earth. This statement destroys entitlement. If Allah owns everything, then nothing we have is absolute. If Allah owns everything, then nothing we lose was truly ours. This verse teaches the believer how to live lightly attached to the world while still fulfilling responsibility. It removes obsession and anxiety. You work, but you do not worship work. You plan, but you do not rely on plans. You strive, but you do not claim control. The illusion of independence. In this world, people rely on one another because everyone owns something limited. One person owns money, another owns knowledge, another owns authority. But Allah owns everything without limitation. On the day of judgment, that reality becomes undeniable. No wealth will help, no family will protect, no alliances will matter. It will be the largest gathering of humanity and the loneliest moment any soul has ever experienced. Intercession is only by permission. On that day, no one speaks unless Allah allows it. No one argues, no one negotiates, no one brings new evidence. This removes false hope in intermediaries and false fear of creation. Even honor itself is granted only by Allah's permission. Allah's knowledge is absolute. Allah knows what is apparent and what is hidden. He knows what people present and what they conceal. He knows intentions better than the people who hold them. No defense will succeed before him because no information is missing. This awareness purifies intention. A believer stops performing for people and starts acting for Allah. Human knowledge is limited. No matter how intelligent, educated, or experienced a person becomes, their knowledge remains tiny. Even when Allah teaches humanity something, it is only a fragment of what exists. This produces humility, not insecurity. True knowledge makes a believer quieter, not louder. From birth, we knew nothing. Allah reminds humanity that when they were brought into the world, they knew nothing. Even now, compared to divine knowledge, humanity still knows nothing. This realization prevents pride and cures arrogance. Even the angels acknowledge their limits. Those who witness more than humans still admit that they only know what Allah has taught them. If those with greater access recognize their limits, then humility becomes the only appropriate response for humanity. True servitude is honor. Islam does not elevate a person by status. It elevates a person by servitude. The lowest position before creation becomes the highest position before Allah. Recognizing one's own weakness is the doorway to recognizing Allah's greatness. Allah's throne and authority. Allah's authority encompasses the heavens and the earth. Maintaining and guarding creation does not burden him. What exhausts humans does not affect Allah. This knowledge replaces anxiety with trust. Divine protection is real. Safety does not come from systems alone. Provision does not come from sources alone. Protection does not come from means alone. Allah guards creation at every moment. This does not remove responsibility, it removes panic. And He is the Most High, the Most Great. Ayatul Kursi ends by lifting Allah above all limitation and elevating Him above all comparison. When a believer internalizes this, life changes. Fear changes. Ambition changes. Loss changes. Success changes. Nothing is seen the same again. A verse that rebuilds the heart. Ayatul Kursi does not just protect homes. It protects belief. It strips away arrogance. It removes false reliance. It renews faith. Whoever lives with its meaning does not live the same life anymore.